Hey DIY Nation, it's Jeff with Home Repair Tutor, and today I'm going to share with you how to replace a garage door extension spring. Now an extension spring looks like this, and you can bend it like so and pretend like you're He-Man or She-Ra. And you know your extension spring is going bad when your garage door just doesn't behave like it used to, or your spring looks like this, and all the coils are extended and irregular. So you want to replace the spring because it's dangerous if it pops. It's under tremendous tension, and if it breaks and it's not on a safety cable, it could literally kill somebody and do a lot of harm to your home in addition to that. So this is a project you can do yourself. There are a lot of safety precautions, but don't be worried about that. We'll address them in this tutorial. And before you know it, your garage door will be working like it's brand new. So let's get started. Here are all the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 C-clamps, some lineman's pliers, a crescent wrench and a socket wrench, or a combination of these 3 wrenches right here. In my case, I needed a 1/2-inch wrench, but I couldn't find my other one, so I needed to use either one of these, and then some duct tape. On top of all those tools, you're going to need a step stool and a 6-foot or 8-foot step ladder like this yellow and blue one here. Open your garage door, then place a step ladder directly underneath it because we're going to rest the garage door on the top of the step ladder. Then you'll want to unplug the garage door opener if you have one, primarily because you don't want any surprises if somebody comes home and they hit the garage door to open or close while you're working on it. Bad news. Pull down on the garage door's manual safety release. Then pull down on the garage door to make sure that it will land on top of the ladder. This is a nice safety precaution. At this point, you can slide one of your C-clamps on both the left and the right side of the track so that they rest directly underneath the last roller that's in the track. Make sure that that C-clamp is tight, because these garage doors are heavy. With all the safety precautions in place, the ladder, the C-clamps, the garage door opener unplugged, now we can remove the old spring. The extension spring is only attached to a few different things. Right here you have a pulley. So the spring is attached to the pulley. We're going to have to remove that pulley. And then there's a safety cable that runs inside the spring right here, and that safety cable is attached to a bracket that comes down off your ceiling. So you have to remove that safety cable in order to remove the spring from this eye bolt right here. I placed some blue tape on this rail here and made a mark on it with a Sharpie marker to indicate the general location of the bolt that holds the pulley together. And I did that just so I'd have like a reference point for when I put the pulley back together on the new spring. The next step is to just loosen this bolt on the pulley. So using a crescent wrench or whatever wrench you have and a socket wrench, you can easily do that. So just turn the bolt counterclockwise to loosen it. Once you get it to the point whereby you can loosen it the rest of the way with your hand, do so. What you can do is, to make sure that the pulley retains its orientation, is take it like this and put a piece of duct tape around it so that it holds onto the steel cable. That way it won't get distorted and disoriented. You'll know which way to pull it back up and attach it onto that clamp that holds onto the extension spring. So, but this is my way of just rigging it up so that I can keep track of how it's supposed to be oriented. So here's the safety cable that runs through your extension spring. At this point, I highly recommend taking a picture of how it's oriented so that when you untie it, you know how to put it back together when you run it through the new extension spring. Here's a hot tip. These safety cables, these steel safety cables, always become unwound. So what you want to do to help yourself out is take a piece of duct tape. Like I said, it doesn't have to be mustache duct tape, but That's cool. And just take the duct tape and wrap it around the end of the safety cable. This will keep it in one piece and allow you to work with it. Now you can take this clamp off the end of the spring. Now the spring is just hanging from that eye bolt, and now you can remove the spring from the eye bolt. Take a look at this old spring. Oh my gosh, it's in terrible shape compared to the new one. So here's the other tip. See how the old spring is red spray paint on the end of it? Well, that's how you figure out which spring to get when you go to the store. And they're rated based on a few different things, but the primary way that you choose an old spring is based on this color that's painted on the end. So match the red with the red, and you're good to go. Place the safety cable clamp back onto the end of the spring, and then thread that safety cable through the extension spring so that it comes out the other side. So using the picture that you took of the safety cable, orient the cable the way that it was before you took the spring off the eye bolt, and then use your lineman's pliers to really pull down and secure the cable so that it's very taut, or as taut as you can get it. If you need some slack in order to get the pulley back in place, you may have to remove this S-hook that attaches the steel cable to this bracket on your garage door. Now what you can do is pull the pulley wheel with the cable on top of it. Pinch the cable together to hold the pulley wheel in place, and then slide the bolt through the clip here, and you can bolt it together with the nut. So take your nut, slip it onto the other side. Just hand tighten it first. All right, now what you can do is tighten up that nut and bolt. All right, that's really good. It's nice and tight. I have one big tip for you. Make sure that the cable that goes over the top of this pulley wheel is to the right of the safety cable, which is right here, right here. Otherwise, the cables are going to get intertwined, and that's dangerous. So just keep an eye on that and make sure that the cables are not commingled with each other, and that this cable that goes over top the pulley is free to move. I'll tell you what, things like this happen all the time during DIY. Let me show you something. So this steel cable here is broken. The strands that make it up, there are at least 2 or 3 that have torn apart. And that means that this cable needs to be replaced. So I wanted to show you this because whenever you're replacing garage door parts, it's a great idea to inspect the safety cables or steel cables that are pulling up the door. Reattach the S-hook to this 3-hole clip. Take it and slide it into the bracket on your garage door. Just make sure that the cable that should be on the pulley is in fact on the pulley, and then it runs over top of it and underneath of it. The cable should be fairly taut, have some tension in it. If it doesn't, then you can adjust that S-clip, which is attached to the garage door bracket. Any loose steel cables like this one here should be attached to the garage door bracket or wound together so that they don't interfere with the safety cable or the pulley cable. Remove the seat clamps, re-engage your garage door, take your ladder out from under the door, and plug your garage door opener in. And while I'm very confident in the work that I do recommend when you close the door to stand to the opposite side or stand inside the house, or maybe do it from your car just to make sure that you did it the right way. All right, my friends, that's it. That's how you replace a garage door extension spring. Not a torsion spring, but an extension spring that looks just like this. Well, hopefully your spring doesn't look this bad. But if it does, it totally needs replaced. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please ask me in the comment section. Or if you have your own tips, add that to the comment section as well. And remember, if you're new to my videos, or Home Repair Tutor, you can always sign up for my email newsletter. It comes out every single Friday, and I really set it up so that you'll get tips and tricks that will save you time and prevent you from feeling overwhelmed with stuff around your house. Plus, you'll save money in the process. So go over to Home Repair Tutor, sign up for the newsletter. I think that you'll like it. Until the next video, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.